Even the most casual of MMA fans can appreciate a fight-ending knockout. That said, it takes a true martial arts enthusiast to understand the artistry behind a well-executed submission. The UFC has played host to some of the finest grapplers in the world and helped bring disciplines like Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu to the forefront of the martial arts world. With that in mind, we decided to take a look at 10 fighters who have used their outstanding ground games to become some of the most successful submission specialists in the world. While some of these stars have already decided to call it a career, others are still looking to make more opponents tap. As always, if you guys enjoy this video, please be sure to let me know by leaving a like and subscribing to our channel. Now, without further ado, let's take a look at 10 fighters with the most submission wins in UFC history. Number 10. Gunnar Nelson, 7 wins. Given his impressive grappling pedigree, which includes a silver medal at the World Jiu-Jitsu Championships in 2009, it's not surprising to see Gunnar Nelson's name on our list. The Royce Gracie black belt made his UFC debut in 2010 and has since gone on to earn an impressive 7 submission victories. His most recent submission victims are Alan Jouban and Alex Cowboy Oliveira. This 32-year-old Icelander is also a teammate of Conor McGregor, who is in the midst of a 2-fight skid. That said, his losses were to 2 top welterweights in Leon Edwards and Gilbert Burns. Look for Nelson to get back to submitting opponents in 2021 as he tries to re-enter the division's top 15. Number 9. Florian, 7 wins. As a cast member on The Ultimate Fighter's inaugural season, Ken Flo Florian would go on to have a very successful MMA career. One of Ken Flo's keys to success was his impressive ground game. The Massachusetts native is a 4th-degree BJJ black belt under Roberto Maia. Florian put his submission knowledge to good use in the UFC, earning wins over Dean Thomas, Clay Guida, and Takanori Gomi. In total, the Ultimate Fighter finalist submitted 7 UFC opponents, which helped him earn 3 title shots prior to his retirement in May of 2012. This talented grappler remains one of the best UFC fighters never to win a championship with the promotion. Number 8. Joe Lauzon, 7 wins. Another Massachusetts product who knows a thing or two about submitting opponents is Joe J-Lo Lauzon. Like Florian, he was also introduced to UFC fans on the Ultimate Fighter reality series. The talented lightweight is perhaps best known for being an exciting competitor, with a whopping 15 post-fight bonus awards to his credit. 6 of those bonuses happen to be Submission of the Night honors. His 7 total UFC submissions include wins over Jamie Varner, Melvin Gillard, and Jeremy Stevens. While the former network administrator may not look the part of a high-level mixed martial artist, he has undoubtedly established himself as one of the UFC's most prolific submission threats. The 36-year-old last competed in October of 2019 and hopes to return to action sometime in 2021. Number 7. Cole Miller, 7 wins. Our next entrant is a man who was eliminated by Joe Lauzon on The Ultimate Fighter 5. However, despite his setback on the reality series, Cole Miller would go on to sign with the UFC, where he competed for nearly a decade. Admittedly, Miller's UFC career was full of ups and downs. That said, he did manage to pick up 4 Submission of the Night bonuses to go with his 7 submission victories. Arguably, the biggest win of his career came back in 2010 at a UFC Fight Night event. That evening, Miller earned a victory over Ultimate Fighter winner Ross Pearson via rear naked choke. After losing 3 out of 4 contests between 2015 and 2016, Cole Miller was released from the UFC. While his career wasn't as remarkable as some of our other entrants, picking up 7 submission wins in the world's most competitive MMA organization is nothing to sneeze at. Number 6. Frank Mir, 8 wins. When most people think of heavyweight fighters, they think of big knockouts. However, over the years, athletes like Frank Mir have shown that big boys can also grapple at a very high level. The former 2-time heavyweight champ made stars like Tim Sylvia, Brock Lesnar, and even the legendary Antonio Rodrigo Nogueira tap out. Mir actually became the first man to submit Nogueira, a feat that cemented his status as the best heavyweight submission artist in UFC history. Over the course of a UFC career that lasted from 2001 to 2016, Mir managed to pick up 8 submission victories, which stands as a heavyweight record. Moreover, the former champ wasted little time cinching in his fight-ending holds. In fact, all 8 of Mir's UFC submissions came in the very first round. He also owns the record for most finishes in heavyweight history, with 13 to his credit. Number 5. Nate Diaz, 8 wins. Nate Diaz is known for his no-nonsense persona and his signature Stockton slap. As such, the younger Diaz siblings' world-class grappling is sometimes overlooked. As one of the most well-rounded fighters in the game, Nate Diaz is very comfortable wherever the fight ends up. With a second-degree black belt under the legendary Royce Gracie, Diaz has a very dangerous and respectable ground game. The 35-year-old's 8 UFC submission victims include Takanori Gomi, Jim Miller, and even the notorious Conor McGregor. The rear naked choke win over McGregor helped make Diaz one of the sport's biggest draws. This signature victory may have surprised MMA pundits, but it most certainly didn't surprise the man from the 209.
Hey, I'm not surprised, motherfuckers.
Number 4. Jim Miller, 9 wins. New Jersey's Jim Miller is a former NCAA Division I wrestler who has been a mainstay in the UFC lightweight division since 2008. The 37-year-old veteran is perhaps best known as the man who, along with Donald Cerrone, holds the record for most fights in the UFC, having stepped into the octagon 36 times. However, Miller also currently has the most submissions in the lightweight division's history with 9. Over the course of his career, Miller has earned signature submission victories over stars like Charles Oliveira, Clay Guida, and Melvin Gillard. Moreover, Miller's last 4 UFC wins have all come via submission. Due to his longevity and underrated grappling ability, the longtime veteran has somewhat quietly enjoyed a career worthy of Hall of Fame consideration. Number 3. Royce Gracie, 10 wins. UFC Hall of Famer Royce Gracie is an MMA pioneer who played a crucial role in popularizing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu in North America. The 3-time UFC tournament winner used his phenomenal grappling to overcome much larger opponents in the days before weight classes were introduced. Gracie submitted some of the best fighters of his era, including legends like Ken Shamrock and Dan the Beast Severn. A member of the prestigious Gracie Jiu-Jitsu family, Royce showed just how effective BJJ could be in a live combat situation. Despite only competing 13 times in the UFC, the promotion's inaugural star still managed to rack up 10 submission victories, which equals a 90.9 submission win percentage. Gracie's UFC record stands at a remarkable 11-1-1, with fellow legend Matt Hughes being the only man to defeat him under the promotion's banner. Number 2. Damien Maia, 11 wins. With an impressive UFC record that includes 11 submission wins, Damien Maia is widely considered one of MMA's greatest grapplers. The 43-year-old out of Sao Paulo, Brazil has used his world-class jiu-jitsu to put away fighters like Chael Sonnen, Carlos Condit, and Ben Askren. His victory over Askren recently earned Submission of the Year honors at the 12th Annual Fighters Only MMA Awards. The 2-time title challenger is a former world jiu-jitsu champion, having won the Rio Games back in 2000. With his exceptional grappling pedigree, Maia has remained a top 10 ranked fighter well into his 40s. His ranking is even more impressive given that he competes at welterweight, arguably the UFC's deepest division at the moment. His career may be winding down, but Damien Maia's legacy as one of the sport's legendary submission specialists is already set in stone. Number 1. Charles Oliveira, 14 wins. At just 31 years of age, with his recent win over Tony Ferguson at UFC 256, Charles Oliveira appears to be entering his fighting prime. A prime Oliveira is a frightening prospect for would-be opponents, considering the talented Brazilian already holds the record for most submission wins in UFC history, with 14 to his credit. Over the course of a UFC career that spanned over a decade, Oliveira has submitted several elite grapplers, including Darren Elkins, Jim Miller, and Kevin Lee. In doing so, the lightweight contender has also tied Donald Cerrone's record for most finishes inside the UFC, which currently stands at 16. Oliveira often uses both the rear naked and guillotine choke to put away opponents. That said, the third-degree Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt also has other tricks up his sleeve, like the slick reverse calf slicer he used to put away Eric Wisely back in 2012. Given his relative youth and the high level at which he's currently performing, Charles Oliveira will likely be adding more submission wins to his record-setting resume very soon. As always, if you guys enjoy the video, please be sure to let me know by leaving a like and subscribing to our channel. Apart from that, thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.